What's up everybody, Just Joji here, and in today's video I want to talk about the 9 things that Maya and I plan to do to retire in our late 30s. For those of you who don't know, I am Joji, my fiance is Maya, and we are both public school teachers. We're 26 years old, we live in Southern California, and we've been on this path to financial independence for the last couple years now. Our FIRE number is $2 million, and we hope to get there sometime in our late 30s. And these are the 9 steps that we are going to follow in order to do that. Number 1 would be to have no debt. With the one exception of owning a home and having debt on the house and therefore needing to pay a mortgage payment every single month. But beyond that, no credit card debt, no student loan debt, no personal loan debt, no car payments, nothing else that isn't just a mortgage. Now the reasoning for this is that if you are pursuing financial independence, you need to save and invest a lot of money. And if you have any sort of debt like credit card debt or student loan debt, that money comes directly from your bank account every single month. It comes out of your income, and it just makes it that much harder for you to save and invest money for financial independence. Number 2, focus on saving money before trying to earn more money. If you save $1, you're saving $1. But if you go earn $1, you're not actually making a dollar. That's because you have to pay taxes. So if you go earn another dollar, you might really only be making 75 cents or 82 cents. It just depends on what tax bracket you're in. And for that reason, it makes more sense to focus on areas in your budget where you can save an additional dollar before you go out and try to think of other ways to make more money. I guarantee you there are some places in your spending where you could easily save money, and it would make more sense for you to try to figure out where you can save that money before you go out and try to find some sort of side hustle to make some additional income. Number 3 is to budget every single month up until early retirement so that we can keep ourselves accountable and we know exactly where every single dollar is going. And this is because it makes it really obvious for you to see what you're spending money on. If you've never budgeted before, I guarantee you will be shocked if you do it for the first time, because you'll see where you spend all of this money on things that add no value to your life or things that you wish you would never have spent money on. And in that aspect, it makes it really easy for you to identify places where you could save money and therefore invest that money. I can guarantee you that most people don't budget, and this is why we have a spending problem, because people don't know where their money is going. And contrary to what most people believe, budgeting is actually not restrictive at all. At least in our experience, we felt that budgeting actually frees you up to feel okay when you want to go make purchases for yourself or make purchases for any particular thing. It's set in stone at the beginning of the month, and it's actually a lot easier to follow than you would think it would be. Number 4 is to prioritize investing in retirement accounts. First would be maxing out our Roth IRAs, and second would be maxing out our 457B plans. Our 457B plans are particularly very important because if we retire early, we need some way to access our money. And the 457B is a special retirement account, or at least it's different than a traditional like 401k or a 403B, in that any of the money that you contribute to a 457B can actually be withdrawn before you reach the normal retirement age, so long as you sever ties with your employer. And this essentially means that if we were to resign or quit our work, then we can start accessing the money that we contributed and pull it out penalty free. And that's different than a 401k or a 403B where you'd have to pay a 10% early withdrawal penalty fee. Number 5 is to just keep our investments as simple as possible. Our investment strategy is to invest in low-cost index funds with Vanguard, and just like compound interest, do the work over a 10 or 15-year time period. We are not going to try to time the market. We're just going to dollar cost average. We're going to ignore all of the noise, and we're just going to invest regularly throughout the next 10 to 15 years. We're not going to try to day trade. We're not going to try to get rich quickly. We're not going to invest in Bitcoin. We're not going to invest in speculative things. We're just keeping it as simple as we can, investing in index funds, in this case, Vanguard's Total Stock Market Index Fund, VTSAX, and that's what we plan to put our money in. Number 6 is to drive modest vehicles. I own a 2002 Toyota Tacoma with about 130,000 miles on it. Maya drives a 2015 Honda Civic, and that does everything we needed to do. It gets us from point A to point B, and that's all we really need vehicles to do for us. This just means that we're never going to be buying or leasing new cars. If we ever do need to buy a vehicle, we're going to buy a used vehicle around 5 years old, because at that point, the vehicle has probably already lost half of its value, and that seems like it's the best value point to go in and buy that car in cash. So not only are we going to be driving modest cars, if we do eventually in the future need to get a new car, we'll pay cash for it so we have no car payments. Number 7 is to develop and scale our side hustles. My side hustles entail Amazon FBA and Merch by Amazon, and my side hustles include Teachers Pay Teachers, Instagram, blog, and her YouTube channel. In 2020, Maya and I made just over $40,000 of extra income through our side hustle income streams. If you want to see exactly how we did that, there is a video down below. It's our previous video, you can watch that. But our goal in the year 2021 and every single year until we retire is to scale our businesses, to scale our side hustles. Ultimately, we want to increase the amount of money we make every every single year from our side hustles with the ultimate goal of one day making just as much money with our side hustles as our normal jobs, or maybe even make more money with our side hustles versus our job as teachers. Number 8 is to maintain our current spending lifestyle. This just means that as we make more and more money every year, we still don't spend more money. We still spend the same amount of money as we do today, and we hope to do that every single year up until retirement. Now, of course, that's not entirely possible. We do plan in the future to have kids. We also plan to own a home sometime in the future, so our costs are definitely going to increase. But what we mean by this is if we make more money, to not buy new gadgets, to not want to go out and buy a new car, to not buy any of these new fancy things that we never needed before. And finally, number 9 is just simply to enjoy life, to enjoy the journey, and to enjoy everything on our path to financial independence. I think that a lot of people think that in order to retire early, you have to cut out a lot of fun things in your life, or maybe even all fun of your life. And that's simply not true. If you were to budget and see where all your money is going, you can see that there are tons of places where you're spending money that had no value to your life. And so by no means are we planning to live a restrictive life in order to get to financial independence. In many ways, I think that we live a life where we even sometimes have more things than we probably need, and we're able to get there just fine. We're able to spend quite a bit of money. We're able to invest quite a bit of money. And so this is just to say we're going to enjoy the journey. Yeah, we're just going to go along for the ride. We're going to have fun doing it, and we're going to enjoy each other through the process. And for any of you who made it to the end of the video, I really do appreciate it. If you found any sort of value, or you like this content, you like the video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button. It helps the channel out more than you can ever know. So if you do that, thank you so much. But that's all we have for you today and in this video. So we look forward to producing more videos for you in the future, but have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.